This podcast is brought to you by lineupmedia.fm.
Welcome to audience, and this is Marcus Boston.
I'm Cecil W. Adams.
And we want to thank you for listening to another episode of the Audience. And you can find me at Marcus Boston 314.
You can find me at Cecil W. Adams on all platforms.
You can pick up your merch, Sulardian merch, from buyjack.com/the
You can also go down and support Colorado Bob's Ship of Fools at 3457 MorganFord Rd.
We would like to thank you and ask you to like, share, comment, and have your friend listen to the Audience. And we would like you to enjoy the show.
Peace.
By Louise.
Damn, this is the Audience.
Yeah.
This
You
how
don't even
that
know who you are?
This how that studio, man. We cooking in the kitchen all the time. I am Marcus Onesimus Boston. I am the mob.
I am Cecil W. Adams.
And we have our political correspondent of the tribe, our political aficionado.
Oh
Mark,
my goodness. Oh,
goddamn Mark Bland.
Jesus.
Here we go.
These microphones, my goodness.
Those are sensitive. Yeah, I got
What's going on, man? How are you guys doing?
Good, man.
Thank you for having me on the show again.
Yeah.
I feel like a brother. I feel like I'm part of the Sulardians, like a brother from another mother type thing.
We definitely know when we bring Mark to the show, what we finna get, it's gonna be glorious.
I didn't get the invite to the Mardi Gras party though. I didn't get no invite to no Mardi Gras parties.
I didn't think.
All I know is
I
that
didn't
there
think
was
you
like
drank.
golf carts driving around. I'm sure. And
Shit, we didn't make it on one, but
and
there
I
was
was-
something driving around.
I own a golf cart and didn't even get on mine.
Why? I don't
Well,
understand.
the
the cord's moving around too much.
The
for it?
queen-
There you go. Yeah,
the queen of the house had her friends.
There
Well,
you
they're
go.
our friends, and they were rolling around on it. So, Marcus Boston and I had to walk around. We had to walk, and
which was fine, which was great.
No, it was great. It
You
was.
do things.
Oh man, it was fun.
Oh yeah, it was a good time.
It was a really good time.
I
Drink
can't
a
go out
lot.
in public because I got a stalker. If I go out in public, man, I get shot or killed. I'm telling you.
Damn.
I mean,
Damn,
it's
that-
true, man.
That's
This
a
is
tough
real
life.
There's a real thing going on
Mark
here.
X?
These politics and the people that get into the politics and get like over the top with it,
Uh-huh.
yeah, they're out of control, man.
Absolutely, dog. I agree with that. I've been so hurt the last 2 Tuesdays looking at my auntie and my mama with this damn.
Yeah, man. This stuff will make you beat your head against a wall. Like, and I don't understand like why people are so angry. I don't get it. Like, listen, the November election's coming up. People are going to vote for one person or another person, or they're going to write in whoever they want. If you really want Bernie Sanders to be the president, write his name in on the November election ballot. Do you understand? If there's 60 million plus Bernie supporters legitimately, write 16 plus million times his name into ballots. And guess what? They'll have no choice but to take it serious. They have no choice at that point. There's no choice. There's rules for this.
We down to burn it down, Bernie, and OK Joe.
Riding with
people-
Biden or bye Bernie is what was trending last night. Bye Bernie or riding with Biden.
When I saw that the fucking the Biden party was at McGurk's and then the Bernie was at Friendly's, I said that makes sense. Of course, those places would have watch parties. Those are the most ideal locations for those two candidates. Friendly's
Was
for
Friendly's the
Bernie
bar we went to that one night?
No.
No, okay.
and
I'm just
McGurk's for
curious.
Biden. I was like, of course, well, of course it is.
Friendly's is in
Southside.
Southside. Yeah, it's like 2 minutes from Colorado Bob.
Yep.
Okay.
I said that makes sense, but I couldn't baffle even
From
when I
Cowboy
voted.
Bob's?
Colorado Bob.
That's what you just said. It was Cowboy Bob's.
I did not say Cowboy Bob.
You did. You said
I don't know.
I think he
don't
said
you
Cowboy
did.
Bob's.
I think he said Colorado
I did
Bob. I
say
know you
Colorado
did.
Bob's.
All right, we're gonna
You haven't heard
rewind.
Cowboy Bob since
Rewind.
the last time he was here.
When you hear the miss, it's going to be rewind. Gunshots mean go forward.
Conspiracy theory.
Oh yeah, conspiracy.
So
theories.
here's the I like to think when
It's
I'm
really long.
thinking politics, I think like my dad
It's gonna stop eventually.
and
There you go.
simplicity of the problem. All these guys, if they get 2 terms, they'll be in their 80s.
That's the
Sure.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we got an old man run going on right now.
I think this is
Straight
the
up.
last hurrah for the old men.
Oh yeah.
If you look at your
Yeah,
last
either-
three most
either
popular,
way.
if you look at your last 3 most popular presidents, all of them were under the age of 50 when they became president.
Mm-hmm.
All three of them. Bush is on that list too. I think it was like 51, 52 when he became president.
Mhm.
And obviously he got hit
The
with
second
9/11.
Bush, right?
So I can't really,
The second Bush or the first Bush?
second Bush.
Second Bush,
We
okay.
know first Bush was old as hell.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
he was a grandpa. But, you got Clinton, you got Obama. You do have Bush there if you want to throw him in on that and that.
Mhm.
Like, so your most popular presidents over the last 20 years have been younger presidents.
Mhm.
I think that the reason that is because it bodes well better for people like us, people who are closer to their age. They understand the type of world they grew up in, just like we. Like, we all know who Spuds McKenzie is. I said Spuds McKenzie. No, I said Spuds McKenzie to a 25-year-old the other day that I was talking to.
Uh-huh.
He had no clue
Oh,
who
yeah.
Spuds McKenzie was. That's my point. A Bush, Obama, these people know what the world was like as we grew up in it. They know all the pop culture. They know all the things. They know all the thoughts that were running through our heads about Monica Lewinsky and how we all viewed that. Like, they know. And so, like, when they become president, I think it's just a better meld all the way around.
Yeah,
for
it's a
everybody.
better bridge between generations. Like, there's the bridge.
What was the
understanding.
voter? And here's the other thing, just to stay on course. What was the voter turnout for this one compared to the last time?
It was down. The expectation was 40%. It was at 32 in the county and 35 in the city.
Right, but this is also just a primary, technically, for the Democrats. I mean, you can Republican primary, but we know that wasn't going
That was like
anywhere.
There was people still voting Republican, apparently.
Oh, no, there is.
It was 98% and 1% for the other guy. I was like,
Right. No,
I was-
there is.
What was the point? What was the point going? Like, you knew who got there.
Klobuchar and Buttigieg aren't even in the race, and there were local people who put their names on for, like, president of the United States, like, to the primary, and they got beat out by people not even in the race anymore.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
literally,
a long
those
ass
people
sheet
got
too.
more votes.
That was a long ass sheet.
I don't. Here's another thing.
You seem. Let me ask this. You seem a little bit perturbed. You almost seem a little on edge today. I'd love
No,
to hear why.
no.
What's up? You just
No.
got this look on your face.
No. It's not that. It's just funny to me that you have a gay man, openly gay man running. A gay man, an openly gay man running, but then the gay people said he's not gay enough.
He's not gay
What
enough.
more do
You didn't
want?
hear that?
What more gay do you need to be?
I didn't catch that. I caught the one.
No, I never caught that one, bro.
I caught the one when the lady was like, she was like, he's gay. I was like, ma'am, he's been gay for the whole time.
Yeah, I saw the
From
video.
the Iowa
Yeah,
caucus.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
like, that's my God.
She's like, I don't want to vote for
Can I
him
take
now.
my vote back?
Can I take my vote back? Yeah, I
Ain't
saw
no
that.
receipts.
But I never heard anyone say
Yeah.
that it wasn't gay enough.
Coming from a very politically very political person that is gay, that I mean, he voted for Pete, but he was like, yeah, there's a lot of gay people that said he's not gay enough.
What do you want him to be, RuPaul?
Well, I don't think that you can be so openly flamboyant and as much as you want to be yourself when you're in such a public position.
maybe-
because you're actually representing a very
gay is not a
large swath of
monolith.
people.
Somebody say you're not black enough.
Yeah,
No, there's all
right.
shades of black and gay.
My thing is like, just because he was a Marine and like he carries himself and he's a politician.
Are they okay? So you know how we like to like mask things with the way we say them. Okay, I
Mhm.
think this is them trying to say he's not flamboyant enough.
Yeah, that's
This is
exactly
they're
what it
saying.
is.
It's what it has to be.
It's like people say you're not
That's all
black
it can
enough.
be.
Right.
You
So
want me to
just
be
say he's not
stereotypical
flamboyant
black.
enough. Don't say he's not gay enough, because if he has sex with another man, that's pretty gay.
That's pretty gay.
That's as gay as
Can't
it
really
gets.
get
Like,
no
that's
more
how
gay
you
than
become
that.
gay.
Like you were like that guy. I mean, and you know, it may be one of these things, and this is what I always say whenever
Oh yeah.
whenever there's some rookie in the league or some unheard of person that's just killing it in the league,
Right.
whatever league it is, they're killing it.
Oh, I'm like a real Soulardi. No, listen. Oh, no.
Oh, I'll figure it out.
The
Oh, yeah, real
Yeah.
Soulardi.
there we go.
That's that second ice maker we discovered. It.
Right,
baby.
exactly. So the
Oh, watch this.
Mhm.
Watch this. Oh, let's listen. Let's listen to this.
That was pretty good.
well done, sir. Well done. New
All
soundbite.
right, going
So,
on. Going on, sir.
So you know, in the league, you know, people will kill it until they get a book on them.
Mhm.
Sure.
If they don't change their game or whatever, you know, if they don't evolve their game, they're going to get a book on them and they're going to not do as well, you know, sophomore slump or whatever. And I'm wondering if that isn't something with Mayor Pete. Maybe people don't know enough about him yet.
I think that's what you got with not only him, but Andrew Yang and a few others. You got some pretty smart. And
Was Yang even in politics before?
No. That's
No.
what I'm saying. Like, but you've got some relatively smart individuals. Now, you know, me and the Yang gang we didn't get along.
Yeah, he was always fighting with
I
Yang Gang.
expla- and
That's
I
what's
explained-
fascinating.
He had the most money out of
didn't
anybody, didn't he?
Fight with Yang
What do you
Gang.
mean money?
Personal money. He's a billionaire.
But hold on. Here's the problem.
Yeah.
Hold on.
That's a
Before
good
we go any
question.
further, I didn't fight with Yang Gang. They attacked me.
Oh yeah, you.
All I said was, I agree. You're just not. Basically, he had put up a post about how he wasn't getting treated fairly in the media, and I said, you're just not in the competition. You're not in the conversation. You need to spend more money.
Mhm.
That's all I said. They attacked. Now remember, their things are humanity 1st.
Mhm.
That they love you. That they take all these people in and they want them to be there. Nope. I had St. Louisans who are hardcore young guys like, meet me so and so, and we'll do it. And they're throwing me flip off signs with emojis and stuff. And it's like, that's humanity first. This is what I'm to expect. Well, you guys are going to lose. Watch. And
Yeah.
that's what happened.
Well,
they ended up dropping out. And then last night, that man, he threw them poor people under the bus hard.
Oh, he did.
Backed Biden.
Yeah.
Oh,
he
did.
backed Biden
Yeah.
last night, the corporate guy, and
Yep.
his whole thing was anti-corporation.
That's the
let's
most
think for
disheartening part of
ourselves, like all that. Nope, threw them all under the bus, and then they got really angry that happened. They were like, some of them were like, "I can't believe it. I'm never going to talk about Andrew Yang again." Other people were like, "I can't believe that people are taking this personally. He's always been an open-minded individual." Blah, blah, blah. And it's like, except for the fact that when your tenets are this.
it.
And this person's tenets are this. And I know you're going to have to put your support behind so-and-so, right?
Mhm.
But the problem with Yang and Bernie at this point, in my opinion, this is just my opinion,
Humble opinion.
their two bases are so divided, I think.
Yeah.
They're all for their guy, but
Yeah.
beyond their guy, they're very divided outside
They're
of that.
attached to their micro view. They're attached to their micro view, not to the big,
Right.
the macro
And so, like,
machine.
now that the game is falling out and they have to choose another alley, it's very difficult for them.
Mhm.
Very difficult for them.
I think we're on the cusp of. I thought it was going to happen this time. On the cusp of people just not giving a fuck about it anymore because everybody's so full of shit. Now, I don't believe anything coming out of like. If it comes down to showmanship in the presidential election,
Sure.
Trump is going to win
Mhm.
all day. And if you look at what Trump did everything to keep the people that vote, the people, the politicians, these people, like they openly say that, no, I hate Trump, blah, blah, blah. But they're all rich people are still making more money than they ever have under Trump.
Yeah, they are. The rich people are making a ton of money under Trump, but this is going. Listen, guys, we saw the Dow drop 5,000 points in the last 2 weeks. 5,000 points. That's a 5,000 point from 2017 till today. That's all Trump tweeted about for every 2 weeks was, look at how big the Dow is, how great everything is. I'm doing amazing. And now that it dropped 5,000 points, you don't hear him sitting there going, we're going to get this worked out. We're going to get this fixed. No. It's just only when it's positive, accentuate the positive. Anything negative, just act like it doesn't exist. Ignore it. Pretend it does. And you know what that
That's
is?
my
That's
life.
House burning down. The
no,
grass is cut. House
typical
burning down,
Republican.
but the grass though.
No, I'm going to say it to you, all of you out there. Is that on? Yes, you. Typical Republicans. Typical conservatives. Hey, listen, I've said it on my show 1,000 times. I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. The furthest to the left I could be is center. I'm pulling from. I tried to give this explanation to people. Okay, they go, you're a moderate. Well, what's that mean? I said, let me explain it to you. Simple like this. Cecil, you've got a gasoline engine for your car. Let's just say, Marcus, you have an electric engine for your car. I go, Cecil, how far can your car go on a tank of gas? You go, 400 miles, 350, 400 miles. I go, okay. I ask you, and you go, well, my car can only do 200 miles because it needs an electrical charge. Then I turn around and go, I'm the moderate. I pull from both sides. I'm the hybrid. I'm the gas and electric car together. And if you ask me how far my car can go, 600 miles. It's obviously the best place to be. There's no other place to be. Duh.
So you
Duh.
because you can make fun of both sides.
It's not even about making fun of both sides.
I know it is.
You fucking trolls. I swear to God.
So I did one thing today. I did see Elon Musk tweeted that the Cybertruck factory and the Giga battery factory will be in the Midwest.
Good. You know what Elon Musk is doing? He got so pissed off with the Trump situation when he left that. And he realized how dumb the bunch. Because remember, he was only there for like 2 weeks, and then
I
he
remember that.
left.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got pulled in by Trump right at the beginning of his presidency to work on like certain like committees and stuff.
Yeah.
And then after 2 weeks, he kind of walked away from the situation. And what he's been doing behind the scenes is taking his money, his investment money. He's finding other Elon Musks, people just like him, who are at the absolute top of what they are doing and the things they're going after. And he's smart enough to know where things are going. He's putting his money behind them. And he's basically creating a collective of other Elon Musks. And these dudes, a cabal. And these dudes are going to take over everything. And you know what? I'm glad, because they're going to be great cars. Listen, Elon Musk came up with the battery pack for the house. Did you know about that?
Yeah.
He got shut down by every industry when it came to that, because his battery pack would charge in 2 hours. So that literally would take 12 hours of downtime, like basically where you would have to use your lights because the sun goes down.
Right.
He basically took 10 to 12 hours of their time away from them that they could charge money for. Because his battery pack would charge up in 2 hours, and then when night came, the whole house, everything that you have in your house would run off that battery pack until it needed to go back on the system.
Like what
and
Edison
then at
did with
6
Tesla.
a.m., it would start recharging until 8 a.m. It would be ready, and that's it.
Yeah. So beyond even that roofing that's coming,
Yeah.
the roofing, Ameren technically will have to pay me.
Oh, totally. They will. And you know about the Arizona situation, right? Arizona Power. You know what? Okay, so this is like 2013, 2014. Arizona Power down there, it might not be specifically called Arizona Power, but it was the state of Arizona and their power structure, their company down there, because they got a lot of sunlight. They're desert down there, right?
Yeah.
So a lot of people do solar. Well, what was happening was after, a couple of years of putting up all these solar places, they realized, oh my God, they were paying people more than they were charging out to people. And they got really angry about that. They started losing physical value and profit. So they turned around and they had to charge $100 a month convenience fee for having the solar panels back to these people, because they were sitting there cutting checks to them for like $50-$60 each month.
Man.
Now they had started charging people $100 just to have the solar panels.
Yeah.
So when it was all said and done, they would pay $40 a month for their electricity. But it's like, that's a dick move. The whole point you asked them to put the solar panels up for was so they could help you.
Right. Exactly. And to me, it's like, okay, I don't. If my electric bill goes from what I'm paying now, where it varies, to where I have to pay $100 a month, I'm okay with that.
Right, sure. Yeah, you don't mind a little bit of a change, but like if you're under the premise of you sold this idea to me and this was what you're like, I'm going to be able to sell power back to you. Yes, if you generate enough power from the sun, you will be able to sell it back to us and we will pay you for it. Okay, that's what I agreed to, so I spent the money to put the solar panels up. You should have vetted out the process,
stupid. Yeah.
That's just
but they honestly, if they came out, transparency is the whole key here. If you're just like, hey guys, if we don't start charging $100 a month convenience fee,
right?
10,000 people are going to lose a job.
Sure, no. I totally understand that, and that's the other thing. Like, I had a situation with my daughter. Okay, a little side note for this right here.
Okay,
little situation with my daughter with the school bus. Right, she wanted me to go up and yell at the school bus driver because the school bus driver told her that she couldn't stay at her bus stop anymore because that's the one she's been going to. She's got a different bus stop she's designated to be at, and the rule is that the kids have to get on and off at those bus stops. She thought I was going to go and have this head bashing competition with the bus driver, right?
Hit him with the diamond cutter.
Right, yeah, sure.
Maybe a figure four.
I got it.
You got a self high five? Yeah, that's literally what she wanted. She wanted the glass to break as my garage door opened, music playing as I walk down the street
with two ACL braces and some cutoff jeans.
I'm walking like Vince McMahon to the ring. I'm swinging my arms. I'm gonna go kick ass, stun her to the stomach and all that. And yeah, exactly.
That's right.
I go ahead and talk to the bus driver, and the bus driver's like, listen, I'm not trying to lose my job. I'm sorry, but the rule is this and this is this. She was totally professional about the situation. My daughter was like, well, did you tell her? Because I dropped her off on that morning because of choir and all this. I said, did you tell her? I'm like, yeah, we had a conversation. She explained to me what the problem was. She's an adult, and I have to also respect the fact that she has a job.
Yeah.
She's got a family. She's got kids. She needs to be able to continue to have that job.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sit here and pull every single baseball bat I got out against every person just because you're a little unhappy about a rule that is being enforced by the adults who know better.
Yeah.
So, that's what it really comes down to. And
Facts.
same idea. There's people that have jobs, and we have to keep those things in mind when we want to blow up.
Yep.
When we want to get angry.
Mm-hmm. all the time.
That's why my stalker exists. He blew up. He's all angry, and I have a job. I have a career, and I need to maintain that career. But he's mentally insane. Mentally insane.
Well, you just can't even worry about him anymore. Just appreciate a stalker. At least you know at the end of the day.
Someone out there loves me so much.
No, that's what I was going to
It'd
say.
be better
At
if it was
least
a woman
somebody loves
stalking you. Though. At least if it was a woman stalking. Like,
Yeah, it's not a woman stalking me. That's the
I
problem.
know. I'm saying, like, oh, she called
Well,
me.
Dude, the
That's
dude
a good thing.
kind of looks like you, Cecil, a little bit. He's got a big beard, and he's like,
his beard didn't do it.
but he's
like
redhead. No, he's got one of them Grizzly Adam beards, man.
mine.
You've seen that old video, the guy on a buffalo, right?
Yeah.
Walking around,
Yeah,
guy on a
yeah.
buffalo. Yeah, he's like guy on a buffalo. Like he got one of them.
Yeah,
Like except for
If it's not kept, it's you're savage.
no, he's not kept.
Ugh.
Not like you. He's
Yeah,
not like you. He's
right.
definitely not kept. This is a savage human being. Mental illness, though. Mental illness and a Republican. Go figure.
Tough
Stereotype much, Mark? Hell yes, I stereotype. I am proud to stereotype. Do you know why I stereotype? Let me explain to you. Profiling, right? They always say, "Oh, profiling's bad," right? Like stop and frisk and stuff like that. Okay, imagine if we
That was a
couldn't-
Bloomberg thing, right?
Yeah, it was a Bloomberg thing. Imagine we couldn't do profiling. You got your purse or something stolen. The police come. They go, "Ma'am, I'd love for you to tell me a little bit about this person." And you go, "Well, he was about. I'm sorry, man. You can't tell me how tall he was. That's height. We can't.
I don't see color, but if I
we
rob
don't
your
see-
ass, a black man came in.
We can't talk about his color. We can't talk about his height. We can't talk about his hair, his eyes. We can't talk about anything to help you get your purse back, because that's how far we've gone in this society. That's why stereotyping and profiling is okay. Listen, let me ask you a question. I'm going to ask you straight to your face, Marcus, black man.
Give me some. I'm ready for it. Hit me. Hit me.
You know about a bunch of the stereotypes that people have about black people.
Mm-hmm.
How many of them do you think, on a personal note, going through your just mental, your mental filings of them,
Mm-hmm.
how many do you think are honestly true? Like they're based in some form of
Oh
truth?
yeah, I can point out some of them in myself and others. I say, I see where you get that from.
Dude, I can tell you
All the time.
95% of the ones about white people are true.
Oh yeah,
95%.
Those two.
It wasn't a guy who was sitting there selling fruit at a stand, and then black people would only pick up. Okay, it wasn't a guy who woke up one morning and was just like, you know what? I have a fruit stand. I'm just going to start promoting and pushing watermelons to black people because I think black people like watermelons. That's what my thought is. Let's just do
I
this.
knew the story.
No.
I knew the story on watermelons too. I forgot it though.
You're going to bring it up in a second because I'm going to say this. What it was he had a fruit stand.
Mm-hmm.
He would sell stuff. People would come, and black people tended to pick up watermelons. White people did too. He just noticed more people bought them this way than these people did.
Yeah.
That's it. That's not being racist. That's not being ruthless or mean to anyone. That's literally just, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Now, yes, you can be racist.
Oh yeah.
Sure. Like when ACH had that situation with the mouth on the shirt, and he left the NXT training center and all that stuff. I remember that because it looked like the old jigaboo mouth.
Oh
and
yeah.
all that
minstrel shows.
the minstrel shows and stuff. That's what I was trying to say. The minstrel shows and all that. I can understand how a black man would see that and maybe go, I don't appreciate that. That's a little racist.
It's like when Gucci came out with that fucking.
Like, I get it.
Yeah.
I totally get it, and I don't
Gucci
knock
came out
him
with
for
what?
it.
Gucci came out with a sweater that where when you put it over your face, there's red lips on it. Sir, how does this get past the design to say maybe we shouldn't
How
have
does
this?
he not know that it looks racist?
It's not.
Like,
No, it's not Gucci Man.
No, not Gucci Man, but like the
Oh, you're
color.
talking about the company Gucci.
The
Oh,
Gucci,
yeah. I
yeah.
saw some with the
Because you don't
shoes
have
too,
enough
right?
people. Yeah, because you don't have enough people that had like a monkey like keychain that was like exaggerated features. Like this looks a little bit racist, but we don't have people in the room to say, excuse me, design team. Y'all don't think that because y'all not worried about who's wearing this. But when the Migos see this shit, when like Dapper Dan is like,
White people ain't drinking Hennessy. I'm sorry, it's not.
even though they got white
happening too
Hennessy,
often.
they still not drinking.
They still ain't drinking it. Black people drink Hennessy. That's their thing. Like, I'm
I have
sorry.
a-
I'm
Do you
not
think-
a knock on them.
I have a hard time getting white people understand it's pronounced cognac, not cognac.
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 Yeah, cognac.
You can see even when you say cognac.
Cavassier.
Yeah, cognac. They have a hard time, but it's a joy of mine. I love busting a new white person up with some new cognac.
Mm-hmm.
What you gonna say, Cecil?
Cecil can't even keep up with us. We're just talking racism and
Oh,
stereotypes.
the
Cecil's
watermelon
like, I hate
story.
all this.
What
No.
you gonna say?
No, not about the watermelon. I just wanted you to tell the story.
Oh, so this thing about watermelon. So like, when slaves were freed after the writing and stuff, they were good at farming. So watermelon was what they was becoming successful at doing. So it was a proper propaganda machine by the white farmers to dumb down and water down and stereotype watermelon as a dumb person's thing because they were doing so successful at raising watermelons.
Sure.
So you tie that into the minstrel shows and like the propaganda of Jim Crow laws. That's where we get the stereotype of watermelons and black people because the farmers that were losing money because the black farmers was raising these things well and making money. It was like, nah, fuck that shit.
Now I heard a story. I don't know if this is true.
Did you
I
heard it?
feel no. I feel that I've never really run it down to try to research it, and I'm not sure how much research I could possibly do to figure this out.
Mhm.
I'm going to say this, and you tell me if you've heard this before.
Mhm.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. This is just something I've heard. It's not in the world as like kismet or anything. Okay,
Mhm.
I heard that the N-word came about because on the ships coming over from the different countries and stuff like that,
Mhm.
there was a position on the ship where a person had ropes that would connect to the different things to like swing the sails and stuff.
Mhm.
And they called that person the N-word. Like that was it. And whoever was on that position, they were just called the N-word. And they just tended to be a black person because it was a tough job that it was constant. It was constant moving and stuff like
I
that.
think
So
it
they
was
called people that.
it was a combination of nautical language. Also, you got to
So
understand.
you've heard something similar.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause-
All
'cause
right. I'm not crazy then.
Because Spanish and all these words we use are rooted in Latin.
Sure.
So you get Portuguese who are selling the 7 seas, importing people to Brazil. So Negro is a name of black. And if you're the biggest distribution of Negroes, you need a way to dehumanize and make this common use slang into a word of power over people. You get a variation of the color Negro, and we adjust it to the N-word, and then we use it as a power mechanism to confine these people, and here we go. So it takes a long time to get there. It wasn't overnight that this word went from a very bland and very commonly used words because of Latin and Portuguese and Spanish being rooted in Latin, and you get transferred over to, we're gonna call them that, and we go forward. So
See,
yeah,
I'm not a racist white dude. I just happen to know things and I'm informed. Jesus. And I get attacked for that. Oh, you're a racist, Mark.
No,
How am I
by no
racist because I
means.
stereotype and I'm willing to do things? I'm not stereotyping people on purpose to be rude to them.
no.
I stereotype people for different reasons. Like for me personally, to be able to look at them and go, okay, but we all judge. Do we
I do
not?
it too.
Hey, listen, you run Cowboy Bob's. Love Cowboy Bob's. Everybody love Cowboy Bob's. Okay, Cowboy Bob's is amazing. Now, I'm sure that you measure people up when they walk in with your eyes and their look and the things, and then you talk to them and you measure them up a little bit more, right? These are all ways we judge. They're all ways we judge.
The small
Uh-oh.
price to pay for salvation.
It's true. It's true. Real talk right there. Facts, baby. Facts.
I mean, to say that I don't do a ocular scan of everyone that comes in and whether they're a threat or
It's
not.
your business.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to protect your business. Like you got to
can-
be careful. Like you got a dude who comes off the street who looks like he's been hanging around the last few weeks, and it's odd he never comes in, and then he comes in one time. You're like, "What's up, man?"
Right.
Like, it's not like you're gonna leave him alone. Like the dude who walks in at the end of the bar with the polo shirt on and goes, "Can I just get a Jack and a Coke?" Like that guy, you're not gonna bother him. You're gonna be like, "Drink your
Everyone's
drink your sorrows
guilty.
away." She cheated on you on purpose, bro. She
Everyone's
cheated on
guilty.
you on purpose.
Oh, that Roni.
That Roni.
Roni.
The Roni-virus. The Roni-virus. Oh my God.
Mm.
Coronavirus is out of control, people.
So the way I understood it,
Corona 19.
Mm.
What happened to the first 18 versions? Like we need to figure out how to beat the next one.
What happened to Coney? What happened to Coney 2012? Remember that guy?
the thing that the way it was explained to me was that the coronavirus is the flu has killed more people than coronavirus.
Correct.
Well, the coronavirus is a form of avian flu, bird flu. It's a form of that one, and it's a bronchial. It's not like your nose and sinuses and you're sneezing and hacking. No. It's a cough. It's a bronchial thing. So that's why it's difficult. That's why it's transmitted through, because it's in your lungs. You breathe out, it goes into the air. If someone breathes that in, now it's in their lungs.
And the way
Done.
and the way I understand it is, if you are next to somebody with coronavirus, it takes like 30 minutes of you being next to that person that has coronavirus for you to get the virus.
Sure, because it has to be breathed out into the air enough around you for you to suck it back in. Like that's
Right.
just how it is.
Right.
Unless people are just walking up to human beings and just sticking their fingers in their mouths and going, "Hey, how you doing?"
People nasty, man. You gotta wash your hands. It still drives me when people walk out the bathroom and wash their hands. I'm like, look here, sir. How am I get out the bathroom now?
So if I look at the sinks and they're really dirty when I walk in, I just unzip and then like
On the sink?
No. Like I walk in.
the sink?
No. I see
Fine,
the sink. The sink's nasty. Whatever.
Oh, I wanted to tell. Go ahead, finish that.
So
up.
and then
wanted to tell you guys
like I'll
something.
just pull it out and like not touch it and like pee and then I'll walk out. Mostly when I used to go to nightclubs, I did that.
Marcus, what I'm getting ready to say is going to make Marcus lose his freaking mind. Okay,
That doesn't
fucking
take,
mind. I'm sorry.
It doesn't take
Fucking
much.
mind.
It doesn't take much.
Check this out. So there was an actual poll taken recently. We're going to discuss this poll between the three of us because this is a poll that needs to be
I've
talked
never
about.
taken a poll, sir.
But here's calm down, Pete. Calm down, Pete. Relax. You're not gay enough yet. Okay,
Right, exactly.
get some polls soon. Okay. All right. So check this out. Poll was taken of dudes. 2,000 men over in Europe or something like this, right? Here we go. One of the standout things that came from this poll, 1 in 30 men are willing to shit in the shower while they are taking a shower. 1 in 30 will poop in the shower. I guess they stomp it down the drain or so. I don't know what they do. There's so many types of drains. It's just weird. Imagine if it's like liquidy and crap. Oh my God, this is just, but they do it. There are people out there that are pooping in the shower on purpose and they said it during this poll. Legitimately. But here's the problem with the poll. Second piece.
Okay.
1 in 20 guys masturbate in the shower. 1 in 20 masturbate in the shower. 1 in 20 guys. Thinking this is more like 3/4. I'm thinking we're more at 75%.
I mean,
Do you think that number's even? The 1 in 30 on the poop is weird enough, and it seems, God, that even seems high to me. But
I feel like if the poll is said that 1 in 30, like that's the only place. That's the only place that you do masturbate. I can see that. I masturbate multiple places. Have I masturbated in the shower? Yes. Yes, I
think
have.
with the advent of the internet and laptops and Pornhub and all these different things,
Who watches
like,
porn on their laptop?
I'm just
anymore?
saying. Like, I think that most
I
people
tried.
are
It
doing
was so
it around.
awkward. Like I'm so.
Well, no.
I jerk off mobily.
When we were growing up, though, think about it. When we were growing up, right? Sears catalogs, things like that. If you had an older brother, somebody who had access to porn, or you stole a magazine from a local shop, then you had like a Playboy or something, right? So you'd have to go in the shower and kind of visualize a little bit more. And I could see
Visualize an attack.
it being a very popular thing back in the day with the laptops and Pornhub and all that, and on your phone and everything's so accessible now. Yeah, probably less people are doing it in the shower than they used to, but I still think a lot of dudes are doing it in the shower.
Well, okay, so let's say you're a married man, you got a couple kids, you got a wife, and like the only time you have to yourself is when you're in the shower. I'm just saying.
See, I was gonna ask for more information about the shit in the shower.
Now, I brush my teeth in the shower.
See,
Really?
that's baffling to me.
I use a Quip.
It's just water.
It
just all goes down the same drain it would in the sink. It doesn't matter. It's just
if
water.
I'm in a hurry,
it's not like I spit it on myself and go, "Oh, get it on," and wash up with it. No, I just brush my teeth and spit down the drain. And call it.
No, you need a Quip. You need a Quip. If you go to www.quip.com/thesoulardians, there is not a discount. But
what's a Quip? Tell me about a Quip.
Quip is probably the best thing that's ever happened to dental care.
The Quip is?
Yes.
What is a Quip?
Okay, Quip is a brush that you hit the button. You put the toothpaste on, you hit the button, and it'll vibrate.
Yeah, we call that an electric toothbrush, man.
Keep going. There's more. There's more.
So you divide your teeth up into quadrants.
Okay.
So you got top 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah.
So you're going on this one, and it'll give you a time, and then when it stops, you switch to the other quadrant. You brush that, and then stops, you go to the other one, and then when you go, and then stops, you go to the other one, and you get the ample amount of time that you're supposed to spend to brush your teeth.
Okay.
And it's a timer on there.
Yeah.
And it vibrates and you just brush and it's fucking amazing, man.
Hey, so if you go to quip.com/Soulardians.
The
Soulardians.
There's no discount.
You can get yourself a Quip.
Yeah.
There's no discount. Why do you keep pushing the no discount? That's not helping sales. That's literally not
right.
helping
But
sales.
we're not getting paid by them yet.
I'm trying to help you get sales.
We're practicing for when we do get sales.
When Quip is.
Okay, so 1 out of every 30 people has taken a crap in the shower, in their works shower.
You know what?
Their works shower.
You lost me at Europe. I was like, okay, that's why people being nasty. I was ready for
that. Was in Europe?
That's in, but
This
work.
is a Europe poll. So.
But work shower.
Is it like
wait,
Interpol?
hold on. Let me double check and make sure that's
Interpol. Work shower. First off, who has a job where there's a work shower at?
Fireman.
That's all I can think of. I have one at my job, but like that's weird. Like I'm like, who's using this? Nobody. Who's cleaning this is the bigger question.
Nobody.
All right, so here's the list. I got the list right here.
Nobody,
One in
baby.
3 urinate in the shower. I think everybody's urinated in the
Yeah,
shower at least
I
once
pee
or
in the
twice
shower
or 100
At
times.
least 5 days a week.
5 days a
Yeah.
week. 1 in 4 blow their nose in the shower.
That's gross now.
Okay.
Why people
How
are
do you blow?
nasty?
What are you
You
doing? Just blowing it on yourself or your hands? What are you doing?
I do snot rockets in the shower.
Ew.
Oh, really?
I mean, I don't. But why wouldn't you? It
I
goes
don't-
down a drain.
Now, 1 in 5 spit. That can go with my toothpaste, my toothbrush. That I
Wow.
can do that. 1 in 20 masturbate. 1 in 30 defecate. Oh my God!
Can we need to put a cultural?
What is wrong with our country and our people in this world?
our,
All of it.
Our people? I'm thinking this is very culturally specific. I need
don't
another
know,
poll.
man.
I need more information.
Yeah, because Americans would be like, "Oh yeah, 100% of us jerk
If you-
off in the shower." Like 100% of us.
I guarantee you, 100% of men have jerked off in the shower.
Sure, have done it, but this is a consistent weekly thing now. Like this is constant.
I've never jerked
You could
off
be
in
a
the shower.
30-year-old
You've
dude
never jerked off in the shower.
No,
pooping at the firehouse in the firehouse shower and then stomping it down the drain.
no.
For real.
I would like to be comfortable in the bed, like the pillows pluffed, the nice little angle.
Welcome to the Sex Corner with Marcus Boston, where we talk
But
about
this is also why
defecating
I'm
and
single
masturbating.
and everything.
I don't think
else.
your masturbation has anything to do with you being single.
My masturbation habits are not the reason.
That's great. Shots fired. There it is.
That wasn't shots fired. That was just
Facts.
facts.
Facts. Facts happening. Yeah.
God, I love
bit of
her.
that.
She's so hot.
Yeah.
Where'd
I'm
she
not-
go? She's
MIA.
gone.
She,
She's MIA now.
dude, the last time I saw her, she was performing at MTV Music Awards, and she come out and she's like 8 months pregnant.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I was like,
remember that.
oh, okay, look at you,
I
girl.
remember
But
that.
she had revibrance. She came back out last year, right? She had a song last year. Didn't she?
Yeah, you asked the wrong person.
It's possible.
You were the
I didn't think I was good at my job.
music.
I know. I
Okay,
missed
fair,
that one.
fair,
I missed
fair.
that one. Yeah, I miss him. It's hard, man. It's so much shit come out these days. It's hard to keep up on people.
It is.
It's a
I
lot.
was trying to watch this documentary on Netflix about Little Peep.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Ooh, I know.
I know about Lil Peep.
I got a question for
I
Mark.
mean, I don't know how he died, but like apparently he's dead now. He was popular or something. I don't know.
Drug overdose.
Drug overdose.
Mhm.
Well, he looked.
He was popular. He was
Mhm.
popular.
Yeah,
He had a song or two.
Yeah, he died before XXXTentacion died. So he died overdose. XX got shot
Is
and
that the dude
killed.
who's on For Real with Wiz Khalifa? Lil Peep? Is that Lil Peep?
Possibly. I don't know the music. I just
And
know
then
him from-
what's his name? What's his name? Ate all of his drugs at the airport. and
Oh,
stuff.
That was Juice WRLD.
Juice WRLD.
Like,
Mhm.
dude, that's the dumbest death. One of the dumbest deaths I've ever heard.
And then the 70 pounds of weed that you was concerned about, it goes uncharged, and just 70 pounds of weed is back. Like nothing happens except for you're dead now.
You died for no fucking.
First off, what kind of team you have where you not protected because you the money man? Like, there's no reason I shouldn't even see drugs,
Right.
Because if I get caught, we shut this shit down. We on the PJ because y'all know me, not because you
Right.
niggas here.
Yeah, really.
So
for
how
sure.
how am I? Y'all should be one of y'all should be
What
dead, not
makes you
me.
think- well, but wait.
Why would you bring 70
take
pounds of
drugs,
weed on the fucking plane?
On
But
a
you also,
PJ.
but you also take drugs, and you've known how far they've pushed you in the past, so you know where the edges are. And then, like, you're sitting there on the plane, you're like, "Oh, I could get popped at the airport and get some time and have to pay a bunch of money, or I could just pop all 30 of these, which is 15 more than I've ever popped in my life,
Right.
and die."
I'm like,
Duh.
But then you went to the bathroom. You could have just thrown them in the goddamn trash can. You got enough money to buy more.
so who's the drug guy on the team? So you're,
Well, no, they
you're
were going to
responsible
search.
for the drugs.
No, they were going to. Oh, that's Little Skies on For Real. They were going to. They were going to search the plane. He was going to get kicked at the tarmac, so they were going to come on the plane and they were going to search the plane
Because
for the
that
drugs.
wasn't his PJ.
That's why he swallowed them, because they weren't going to get him after he got off the plane. No, they were going to stop the plane on the tarmac, come up on it, and they were going to search the plane and everything in it.
But take the hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
take the hit because
Yeah.
you want to stay alive.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
How do you not have a drug man on your team? All right, cool. We know we like drugs. You're responsible
Everybody
for
got a
it.
weed, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Why
Even the St. Lunatics had a bag, man. Come on now.
you don't get we Slaughter's have a bag man one day. not yet, but eventually.
I'm right here.
We
I'm right here. Literally, I'm right here. I'm the bag man.
I mean,
Not really, but
yeah.
sure.
But literally, like, we have one.
Mhm.
Sure. Yeah, everybody's
And-
got somebody.
And
Especially if you're trying to
before
win.
either one of us are like, I'm just smart enough. I wouldn't say smart enough, but I'm
Aware
woke-
enough.
I'm aware enough to not.
Do you
like,
do drugs, sir?
Yes.
Do you do drugs, sir? I think we all do drugs.
Right. But I'm smart enough to not take those said drugs outside of.
Well, you put yourself in the proper situations to make sure that you control yourself and
Right.
make sure that your situation is properly handled. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And it's just like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Like,
Blah, blah, blah.
it's
Yeah, I don't
frustrating.
understand. It's so important to have everyone
You know what?
on your
Can I
team
hit that
has
real quick,
have a
man?
strong
Can
role.
I? Because you know what?
Oh, I'm
This
sorry.
His
stressing me.
is better.
This is stressing me out, man.
His
This
is
just
better. You gotta get
we got people pooping in showers. We got people swallowing drugs when they don't need to.
So I'm gonna finish up.
Bernie Sanders is out.
I'm gonna go back.
How'd that happen so quick?
It happened because he just doesn't have those many people. Go ahead, sir.
This is my feelings about, like, I hate it. This is what I hate it. These are my hangups
Your
with
qualms.
OK Joe. Everything you say has Obama in it. Can you speak about what you're gonna do?
Well, it was
separate
his
from him?
presidency with Obama, though. He was VP.
I get it, but like stand on your own too. Like me saying, man, this podcast and shit would be shit without Cecil. If I always use Cecil as part of my verbiage, how am I going to distinguish myself on my own? That's not fair to Cecil, because that
But
was
then everybody gets on social media and just says, "I wish Obama was still president." Oh, Obama! This
Well,
is
he-
my real president.
he
like
was
that,
cool.
you know what I'm
He
saying?
was
Like,
cool,
don't
but he didn't do
that.
shit. But he made y'all feel good. He didn't do shit for you. Like Republicans fall in line, Democrats fall in love. You can keep them feelings over there. I'm here for. I need. What are you going to do? What is the plan, sir? We got to get past feeling good. So if I talk to my
Well,
aunts,
I think the plan's going to be to like change out a bunch of things Trump's done. Like he's just,
Right, but we
like,
got to go
deregulating
beyond that.
EPA and all that stuff. Like we're going to change that.
So
put that
yes, give me back to normalcy and
And
functionality.
that doesn't mean that our Dow Jones in our country's financial situation is going to become better because it's already crashing now.
Well,
I'm
just
thinking about
let's put that in perspective.
man,
Sure,
just
let's put it in
recently,
perspective.
just recently.
Yes,
Okay.
it was falling down. Just recently, in the last month, it started to go down pretty heavily.
Yeah.
But it's been
But
falling
is it-
slowly over the last, here and there dips, and it's like a roller coaster, hills
This
and
shit is
dips
so
over the
good
last
today.
5 months. But really hard hit in the last 2 weeks.
Right. And so, once again, I have no bias towards anyone
Sure.
in this whole thing. Say what you want about Trump. Like, I honestly, at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck. But he hasn't affected me personally.
No, it hasn't really affected most of us as far as our direct day-to-days. He really
Mhm.
hasn't. Gas prices affect us more than anything.
man, I don't know what the Saudis are doing. Saudis some dirty
Well,
motherfuckers.
this is going to get dangerous, guys.
That's fire the nukes up.
No.
Let's go. Let's
No,
just
no.
restart. Hit the restart button, and
But
we
here's-
see who
here's the problem.
survives.
Here's the problem. When you got a guy like, I was going to say Obama. When you got a guy like Trump, who goes and he puts his arm around a guy like Putin and says, "This is my guy,"
Mm-hmm.
and Russia's the one sitting there going, "We want to start exporting more, and we're going to back out of our situation with OPEC, and we're going to start going head to head with them." OPEC's who we've been doing business with for 50 years.
Yeah.
OPEC's where we've cashed all of our chips to get all of our billions and billions of dollars. Do you know there's hotels, buildings? Did you know? I bet you. I'll search it up myself. I bet you China owns the Empire State Building through a shell corporation, dropped seven layers down. I bet you, because at one point Donald Trump owned the Empire State Building. He did.
Mhm.
This is a situation where you got a guy on the world stage at the most popular country that has done the most exporting or the most importing of oil over the last 50 years. He's going to turn around and he's going to put his arm around Putin's shoulder and start doing business with Putin. That's going to, if you thought Al-Qaeda and terrorists from the Middle East were mad before, wait till the entire part of that world hates you, because you literally took all of your money and all of your everything from them. You put your backing behind a guy like Putin and his Russian oil. And now all these chips that they can cash in on you are on the table.
Because the United States been making oil in their own right with the fracking and
Sure.
shit. So like the
We stopped
dependency.
export, or we started exporting more than we imported. I guess in
Exactly.
like 2013. 2014.
Yeah,
If
I
it-
was so baffled by
and,
that.
and the one thing I will say is, if we would have,
Go ahead.
people are going to judge me.
Preach
No,
it.
But if we would have started drilling,
Nobody
in,
judges people. We already had that discussion
Right,
on this
right.
show. No
so
stereotypes.
if we would have paid attention to Clinton when he was in office and started drilling when he wanted to,
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
all this shit would never. Gas would be $1 right now.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
This was stupid regulations that were put into place. Well, for the right reasons.
Mm-hmm.
We had remember the BP situation.
Cryo chamber.
No, I'm talking about sensory deprivation.
I know it's sensory deprivation. Like that's what
Hogan. Joe Pogan. You know
No,
Joe Pogan.
I know who you're talking about.
We're on Pogan.
Yeah, we know Pogan.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, like, there was a kid in Texas that got in a car wreck, couldn't walk.
Got it.
He was a cross country superstar.
All right.
Within 6 months, they after his wreck, like within 6 months to a year after he started doing the sensory deprivation, the dude ran another race. He was paralyzed. And they started doing sensory deprivation. That dude ran another cross country race within 6 months to a year.
With sensory deprivation?
Mm-hmm.
That's craziness. That's just in the head then. But I don't think all injuries are in the head, obviously.
No. But that
It's a combination.
That's crazy that was able to happen.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool.
You guys keep talking. We'll use the restroom.
Oh, okay.
We're 30 minutes from Mark's hard stop.
Mark's got to get out. No, you go to the bathroom.
Yeah,
Do
go
the bathroom, man.
I
I got a hard out today, boys. I'm sorry. I love you.
no worries, man.
So how you been, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just patiently waiting, and we're at the point now, like, where it's.
I'm the media director for Cowboy Bob's, right? Like, I'm in charge of, like, bringing in bands and cool stuff, right? That's my job.
We would never carry bands in there because of the fact that if we carry bands, we have to pay $9,000.
Why? Oh, for rights, ASCAP, BMI, and all that?
Yep. So we just play the jukebox because it's already paid for.
Sweet.
Yep.
Tune.
iTunes
Is
or
it
Touch Tunes.
Touch Tunes? Yeah. That's where it's at.
Yeah.
Mm.
But if there was occasionally a band in there that could show up and not post it on their socials, that might be an avenue.
Is someone watching you? Like, who's
They're all
watching you from ASCAP and BMI right now? Honestly,
everybody.
If you just like, oh, we got the local band from the bar down here, from down in the sewer.
And if they just happen, they have an intern that's scrolling all the bars in St. Louis and looking at their socials.
People in St. Louis tend to be dicks.
No.
That's a true statement. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
No.
Born and raised here. They really are. They tend to be dicks. They really do. And they'll go out of their way to be dicks. And I don't know why that is. Now, that's not every single person I've met in St. Louis. I don't think that you're a dick. I don't think that
I'm
Marcus
not from
is a
St.
dick.
Louis.
Exactly. It's even more proof to my point. That's my point. Where are you from, Marcus? Are you from St. Louis?
Yep.
What part?
Central West End, the West Side.
Okay, West Side over there for you. Coffee cartel action. What about you? Where are you from?
Southern Illinois.
Southern Illinois. That's my point. I just said that St. Louisans are dicks.
Oh, they're the worst.
Born
man.
and raised, 43 years in St. Louis. I've grown up around all of these conservative jerks.
Mm-hmm.
And I've watched them act the way that they act. And it doesn't matter. And it's stuff like you're talking about. That's why you brought it up. It's stuff like that. It's just, I'm looking for reasons to be a dick.
No,
This is my job.
That's not.
This is my job now. I'm going to be a dick.
People that work for ASCAP?
I'm just saying in general. I'm just saying
all we have to do is do what's the Brad Pitt movie?
Because I think your thing is so small and insignificant. I'm not against you. I'm not saying you're bad or small.
It's the
I'm
industry,
saying, like,
the music
idea
industry.
Is small, like it's just a small bar with one little.
We're talking about ASCAP.
Oh yeah,
charging out for a band. Or
the music industry is a predatory industry. And it's horrible.
Yeah,
it's
man,
predatory.
It's horrible.
It is, and I mean, you know better than we do, but like they
can be.
Yeah, and what we were listening to the other day, it wasn't Barbershop, where they were talking about how all these people want to be rappers now, but rappers don't make no fucking money anymore.
Oh yeah, because you signed to a production, like Megan Thee Stallion, signed to a production deal, to a distribution deal, then you get a management deal, and realize that your contract is not what you thought it was because you doing that family shit. It's like it can easily happen in podcasting. Podcasting can be the next music industry if we don't understand the value of what we're doing, because things evolve and move forward.
Radio stations are screwing you guys over right now. And the reason that they're screwing you over is because they do, in a lot of cities, have guaranteed eyes and fan bases that listen to them because they promote themselves enough to where they have that.
The infrastructure is already built.
I don't feel that they pull the same quality of... I have more viewers and listeners on my show than every station in this town's shows, each out like set of shows or whatever. Like, take any show, all of their fans listening, even the morning shows at like 105.7 or this place or that place, like take their fans. I have more listeners per week, but Am I on a station in St. Louis? And I have a background in being syndicated. I'm the only. Hold on. Let me suck my own dick for a second.
Oh,
Okay.
shit. That got raunchy.
This is raunchy.
Oh, good
welcome back to the Cognac Sex Corner. The Cagnac Sex Corner, okay? Because I'm a white guy, all right? No, listen. No, seriously. There's no reason why a person... I took a podcast from podcast form in the beginnings, in the mid-2000s, right? 05, 06, 07, right? To popularity enough to where it got syndicated on Fox and CBS affiliates. And then back to podcast form. That is so rare in the industry of podcasting as well as radio. Like, it's rare. Like, I'm talking like maybe less than 30 shows total in the history of the United States have done something of that nature. And most of those are political shows. Mine's a political show too. But beyond that, like, there are so many great shows like you guys. This is why I brought this up. There are so many great shows like you guys that could easily do afternoons on this station or that station or an AM station or whatever and be paid well. You could make like $30,000 to $50,000 a year yourself and $30,000 to $50,000 a year yourself just to show up for 3 hours on an AM station in this area with a good sales agent. You guys have that type of show. You wouldn't be able to cuss, but you could be just as energetic and enigmatic as you are, and you could talk about all the same topics and have a good time. And you could bridge off and create Cognac Corner for an hour on the weekends on a Sunday afternoon at 4 p.m. or 7 p.m. These are things that could happen.
Sunday afternoon.
But they are so sucked into their crap shows in the morning and the afternoon, and these talentless people at times. At times.
Right.
Not every person's talentless. I see the talent in some of these.
Every time I listen to radio, I'm just throwing it out there, and this is going to be a big jump, and maybe it might catch some heat, whatever. I think everybody on radio...
Catch that heat.
I think everybody on radio is fake as fuck.
I agree.
There it is. There it is. You don't want that smoke, people. You don't want that smoke, do you? Yeah, he gave you that smoke.
Right. I honestly do. I know one of the top guys in St. Louis is one of my really good friends that's a radio host, and he is fake when he's on radio.
So fucking, so inauthentic.
What type of station is it? You don't want to say his name, but what type of station is it? Like general style station. Like, what's their genre? Are they into top 40? Are they into pop?
Top 40.
They're in a top 40 station. Okay, cool. That's fine.
And he can't express how he feels about things because
he has to have that
protect it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been down this road. I understand this. It's a business, right? Just like anything else. Just like Andrew Yang getting behind Joe Biden, it's a business. There's a reason for these things, and they have to do these things. I don't knock those people for trying to play along with the game. There's nothing wrong with that. But there are some
I feel sorry for him.
Talentless people, and I see other really talented people, and I go, as a person who's been doing this for 25 years, this guy and this guy are more talented than that girl or that guy or that guy or that.
Oh yeah, you can give me a show already.
Easily.
Get out the way.
But the thing is,
Easily.
but we started this out of passion. They didn't start that show. They're on out of passion.
I did it because I wanted a career in radio. That's why I went and got my broadcasting degree. That's why I started working in radio and interning at Q106 and all these old stations. Like that's why I did it. It was a career.
Yeah.
And now I got a stalker who's like going out of the way to
I think the best
crash that career as best he can behind the scenes. Ass.
My favorite morning show is the Breakfast Club, but it's because I have a understanding of who each individual person in that collective.
See the guy and me don't get together. Me and see the guy, we ain't friends. He don't like me. We've argued on Twitter way too many. He don't like me. He don't like me. But that's because he's trying to play this woke card, and then he does his weak ass show with bad audio behind the scenes on the side, and it's
I like Brilliant Idiots and
You like what?
Brilliant Idiots with him and Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
That's how I got into podcasts and listening to those guys and like getting to know each individual person for who they present themselves, plus who the corresponding people that came behind them. I get it. And like I start off with everyone's guilty. Then you prove me that you're innocent. So everyone's fucking guilty going to jail when I walk in this room. Now your job is to prove me otherwise. So starting there makes it easier to find. Oh, okay, cool. I see your humanity.
Did you walk into this room and assume that I'm going to jail today?
I just assume everybody going to jail.
All right.
Just throwing it out there.
My biggest fear in life is going to jail.
I'm not going back.
Have you ever been to jail?
Yeah,
I have.
Did it suck for you?
At the time, I thought it did, but now looking back on it, like I have so many stories from it.
I was in front next.
How long were you in jail for, though?
Not long enough.
2 days.
2 days.
Damn.
Okay, so that was.
He's a thug.
That's horrible.
That's because I couldn't remember the phone number. I couldn't remember the phone number to like call the person to get me out.
That's because we don't remember numbers anymore. We got them all on our
Oh
phones.
man, I remember my mom's number, house number, her cell phone number,
I bet
my
you
cell
I
phone
remember.
number.
I remember my mom's number, but I didn't want to call her. Up
Yeah,
in St.
anything-
Louis.
yeah.
I bet
Like,
you remember
sit in
every
the bus
number
stop.
from the 1990s. You put
Oh,
in the
yeah.
pagers.
Oh
Every number,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. It ain't changed. You still got a house phone?
Remember
She
how
does.
Remember how bad people used to be with 911 on their pages?
Uh,
911 on everything. Everything was a 911. It was like,
Can I borrow your
emergency?
Can I borrow your phone? Gotta turn the page. Can I borrow a cord? I gotta use this pay phone. I ain't got no change on me.
Yeah, these kids would be knocking on someone's door outside trying to FaceTime them, and we'd be like, I'll meet you at your house at 3. And if that person wasn't there at 3 o'clock and we knocked on the door, we were screwed. There was no payphone around or
Give
anything.
it 15
You
minutes.
just went home.
They here in 15 minutes. I'm going on. Maybe I can see him walking home.
Yeah,
Those were
exactly.
good days. God, those were
Correct.
good times.
Those were good times. I miss those days.
I do. What?
What's your favorite thing from the 90s?
Always
What's your
forward.
favorite thing from the 90s? You remember something from the 90s? What's your favorite thing?
Going
from the 90s?
outside, like just going like
You
okay.
go outside now, though.
Ain't the same. People ain't on the porch. People are in their phones walking. Like I used to, I'm gonna say, Mom, I'm getting home. Are you not off till 9? I get home from school at 3. Can I go outside? She's like, Paige, when we get home, and I'll call you back and pitch my outfit. You can go outside. Be home by 7. So I'm like, cool. I can go home, change my little clothes, go outside. I had to be outside. Like we didn't have nothing to distract us from being with each other.
Mine was riding my bicycle. Like I get home, so I get home from basketball practice, baseball practice at like 5. Mom and Dad would be home, and then like I'm riding my bike, and then riding my bike around my small town, like seeing who's out, who's doing things, who's up at the court.
Knocking on people's house. Can John come out today? Like the process of like shit. We gonna sit here and talk shit.
I would have loved to dunk on Cecil back in the day.
Never
happened. I would have dunked on him so hard. That dude would have got jacked for real. We brought him down to the cage on 40, and I would have jacked that dude for real. I love you, but I would have got you, bro.
You wouldn't have got me,
dude. Baseline all day long.
I knew he was like a baseline.
Baseline, and then I just go for a loop every once in a while, just on purpose. Just on purpose.
I'm too smart, man. Like I made my whole.
Not the baseline.
No. Baseline, all I gotta do is put my foot.
No, wait, no, hold on.
Where he's
I
going
have
out.
a history. Hold on. I got a history of getting into one-on-one horse matches with podcasts, okay? So if you really want to put it to the test, you want to play horse against me? Horse. One-on-one. One-on-one. We can film it for content. We can get 47 pieces of shots out of it, just like Gary Vee says you have to have.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. I would, as long as I know in advance where I can get out and shoot a little bit.
Sure.
This moment, like I'm probably not
I'm
gonna
not
win.
saying today, now. Like I'm saying, like
Let's
down
say-
the road a bit.
let's
You want
do
to get out there and
summertime.
shoot? You want to play horse?
Let's do June.
I am
Marcus, you gonna film this? Can you film this?
Yeah, I have a whole
Or
crew
do
there.
you have a crew that can do it? So you can
we
do
have
like,
a crew.
I want Rutgers
Mark-
Park action from you. That's what I want.
Mark, I feel like your feelings gonna be so hurt.
I hope so. I hope you win, dude. I really hope you win. I hope you win. I'm sick of standing on the podium. I'm so sick of it, dude.
I mean,
Please win.
yeah.
This is what I tell pro wrestlers in St. Louis. Listen, I love all of you guys and I respect all of you guys. Stop talking about them titles, man. Because if you really want to put it on the line, let's put that on the line. Like, we can put it on the line. I love you, but we'll put it on the line if you really want to put it on the line.
Yeah,
I like
For
it.
real.
I
Like Lil Sky said, or Lil P.
Come in.
He's not even here no more. There it is.
He was super young, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, you gotta have a listen. We'll do a whole thing. Like we'll have like the old school park with like the chain link fence around it. Right?
Yeah.
You're gonna come through the door with your music playing. We'll have like a little Bluetooth speaker.
We're gonna
there,
produce the shit out of this
playing
bitch.
your music.
Oh yeah.
That you'll have your entrance. You'll have your. I'll have my entrance.
I'll be ringing. I'll be the sideline on the side. Look at Cecil with his
I'll
jumper.
have my
It's
big
wet.
old fat belly and my titties hanging out, ready to go for you.
Mark
So
Bland with
many
a dad
titties.
bod, but he's got his
dad bod, hardcore dad bod, hardcore dad bod.
got his Chuck Taylors on and his
Chuck
Stockton,
Taylors.
his John Stockton shorts.
He's like 3 years older than me.
Jeff Hornacek. I'll wear Jeff Hornacek shorts. Hell yeah, dude.
Motherfucker.
Or in his
You want to?
Larry Bird weapons of Converse weapons.
I used to ask my high school basketball coach if we could play the Belleville West teams and stuff like that, just so I could dunk on them. Just so I could dunk on those teams on the east side. Literally on purpose.
Duncan
Hey,
got.
coach, can we get one of those Belleville teams? How about Granite City? Can we get one of them? Yeah, sure, Mark. Put one on the schedule on purpose. Thank you. Edwardsville all day long.
What was
Just
funny?
dunking
It's
on
gonna
'em.
happen.
But the last time I played anything close to that was I was doing
I wasn't a dunker in high school though. I was a
the
shooter.
shooter game where you're at the bar or whatever. And I was playing against Jay Bell,
Mhm.
and Jay Bell was probably the best high school basketball player I ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah, is my best friend growing up, and but he, whatever, he had this attitude, whatever, didn't go to college, and we were playing a shooter game. This was 4 or 5 months ago, 6 months ago, 8 months ago, whatever, and we were playing, and he shot first, and he hit 30, right?
Sure.
And then I was on I went next, and I was on 40. I'd made 40. And then I started looking at him. I was like, see, your jumper's a high school jumper. Mine went on past high school and just started making. I ended up with 52.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, shit doing the whole
Talking
time.
smack to the best player that you've ever seen.
High school player.
Best high school player I've ever seen was probably Ryan
That was
Robertson.
Al Bundy. He cashed out.
Probably
that was
Ryan
football.
Robertson. And Ryan ended up becoming the point guard for Kansas.
The best player I played against in college, Sean Marion.
I think I'm not sure who the best player I played in college was. The most well-known player I ever played against was probably what's his name from CBC, who ended up going to the Philadelphia 76ers.
Bradley, I almost said Bradley Beal. That's
not Bradley Beal. Bradley Beal's a really talented player, though,
he's
man. Let
killing.
me tell you something. I knew Corey Maggette from Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Corey was dope,
Corey
dude.
was nasty.
Corey was
They had a dope
nasty,
team
boy.
back in the Clippers with
Dude, but look at Cardinal Stritch. No, not Cardinal Stritch. That's wrong team. Cardinal Ritter.
Jahadi White and them.
Yeah.
They had Jahadi White, Lauren Woods. Oh, yeah. So,
Jahadi White, Lauren Woods, and the dude who played at Duke.
So here's my hold on. Here's my story about that team specifically. My senior year, when I was a junior, our basketball point guard was this kid named Richie Austin. His brother Earl Austin actually covers
Earl
basketball.
Austin Jr.
Yeah, Earl Austin Jr. covers basketball. So
Covers
Richie went to
Salute.
high school with us. So he was our basketball point guard. His family came to him and said to him when he was going into his junior year, you probably want to leave McClure North. You don't want to play. Now, he was our point guard. We really needed a good point guard. They were like, you probably need to leave and go play somewhere else. There's some better teams out there, and we're going to get you. So he took a deal with Cardinal Ritter. He went over and became the point guard for Cardinal Ritter, won a state championship with Lauren Woods and Jahadi White and him. And it broke my heart because I was just like, we were so close to having a really good point guard that could help us a lot.
When the business shows up.
Yeah, we got hurt on my senior year, man. Our team got rocked our senior year, man.
Right.
But every team 4 teams in our conference were in the top 5 in the state.
Man.
We had Riverview, which was on the top with Herman Clay and them, who ended up playing SLU, and Leon Clay played at SLU and all that. Then we had Hazelwood Central with Demetrius Alexander, Stick, and all them. They ended up going to the state championship game. Okay. Then we also had Pattonville with Corey Tate and those dudes over there that were dope as hell. And then you kind of mixed in there, depending on the teams and stuff like that. It was just ridiculous how many great teams were in our conference that we had to play against. So we were just getting rocked.
Yeah.
Rocked because every other team had a 7-foot guy. Every other team had a 7-foot
That's
guy.
a bitch in high school.
And our tallest dude was 6'8".
That's a bitch.
So
in
we were
high
screwed.
school.
That was it.
So in my small town where I'm from, we started 6'8", 6'7". I'm 6'5", 6 foot, and 5'11".
Yeah.
I went small town. We were at A school.
Yeah.
There was only 2 classes in Illinois at the time.
Yeah.
And
That makes sense. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So we rocked it, and Tyrone Nesby came from Cairo. I don't know, you know Nesby?
We call it Cairo.
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 We call it Cairo,
Oh,
Illinois.
yeah.
Tyrone Nesby.
Oh, I thought it was called Cairo.
No, Cairo.
Oh, wow.
So Tyrone
I think
Nesby.
he thinks it's Cairo, Egypt, so it's cool.
I love being tall.
Anywho, Tyrone Nesby is literally the best high school player I've ever seen. I know I said the other guy earlier, but the Tyrone Nesby was there's nobody even in there. But anyway,
Wait a second. Did we just have a ghost show up on the show? Where did that come from? Was that down here?
Yeah, has a bathroom down here.
Oh,
Yeah.
the toilet seat. I see.
So
All right.
Tyrone
Makes
Nesby, they ended up playing at he played at
Did you go JUCO and play at Three Rivers?
no, he played no, the one in Indiana, the JUCO in Indiana, the only one in Indiana. And then he played at UNLV.
Okay.
And then
For
he
the Shark. Tarkanian.
no, it was after Tarkanian.
Oh, it was after Tarkanian left?
Yeah. So then he was the backup for Michael Jordan on the Washington Wizards,
There you
who
go.
also played with Jahadi White
There you go. Jody White I had to guard against in the Christmas tournament my senior year. It was a little rough. It was a little rough of a game. I ain't gonna lie to you. It was a little rough. And mind you, at the time, I'm not even 6'4" at the time. I'm 6'4" now. I was 6'1". I was even shorter.
Yeah,
then.
Jahidi is the biggest human being I've ever met in my life.
Oh, he's a house. He is literally a house. He's a big boy.
Yeah,
and it's not a knock on him.
Yeah, house with a guest house now.
He's a house with a big house now. Like, because for real, that is an NBA styles player.
Yeah. So you know who used to fuck with him?
Mm-hmm. I was thinking the whole time once you said the word.
Darlene.
All came back. All came back.
Our friend Darlene.
Oh, okay.
She anyway, Jahidi used to come to the 60s when I worked there. And, and I got to know him and like. Cool fucking dude. I have his number in my phone. I never text him, but I have his number in my phone.
He stand up, as far as we know.
For
our experience, yeah,
like
he stand up.
Like he told me, he was like, dude, I made $26 million in my career in the NBA.
We should get him on the show.
I don't know if the chair would hold him, man.
I think we could make we could make a.
If it holds, we can hold him. Goddamn it!
I'm sure you can find it. Let's get back to this talk about you and me. Our conversation. We are going to have a one-on-one horse game.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we could do best 2 out of 3, or we could just do one game. It's up to you. However you want to do it. I'm down. What?
Okay. 2 out of 3. I'll give you a chance.
2 out of 3.
Ooh,
okay.
Talk that shit.
And so we got the spring coming up, right? So we're gonna have some decent weather coming up, like sunny day where we can get to or a gym. We can go to a gym if we need to. It doesn't matter.
I don't care.
Wherever you'd like to do it at, and then what's on the line here? What's on the line here? We got to put something on the line. We got to make it worth your time and effort because you're going to be the champ. So I want you to know what you're getting before you get it, right? Because you're the champ, right? You're going to win.
You know,
what do you want?
Whatever. I don't mind. I mean, I don't want to put money on the line because that makes it feel cheap. That makes it feel cheap. Let's put Marcus Boston's car on the line.
I got this. No. I got an easy win here.
Oh, I catch a stray. I said, wait, hello.
Yeah, you're doing all the filming.
I'm just producing. I got to bring the production team in. I got to put this together.
I can make this real easy. This will be real easy, okay? But I think this will be valuable. It'll be valuable, okay?
All right.
If I win, you guys got to come on this show, the Soulardians, and for a month, not the whole show, every show, but every single show for a month, you have to promote my podcast for 30 seconds at least.
Okay.
On each show.
Okay.
Just so that's 4 shows, right? Once a week, right? You have 4 shows for 30 seconds, one time. That's all you got to do. Just promote my show. And same goes for me. If you win, I'll do 45 seconds of you. I'll even do a minute of you. I will promote on every single show the Soulardians podcast. Every single show. I will let everybody know.
That's way more reasonable than I had in my mind. I was saying if Cecil win, he takes over your Twitter for a week.
No, I like his better.
I was gonna ruin lives. I'm so bad. I like Mark's idea.
Now we can go down that road on something a little bit more serious, but I'm willing to do that. We got to go on a little bit more serious than a horse game, though. Like it's got to be some real something on the line.
All right, I like that.
But I think this could be the beginning. This could be the beginning of Cecil versus Mark. CVM, right? Cecil versus Mark, and then we do pinball against it. We do ping pong against each other. We'll go do skee ball against each other, and each one is just who gets to beat who. Kenny versus Spenny all again. Remember Kenny versus Spenny?
Handshake. Let's do it.
Handshake.
You remember Kenny versus Spenny?
Yes.
We're going to do Kenny versus Spenny, basically. Cecil versus Mark. And we're just going to find different sports and different things to play against each other. And you're going to film it. And we're going to get 47 pieces of content, which is like, oh, here's Mark missing this shot. Here's him making that one. That's 2 pieces right there. Okay.
And I'll do our production look real good.
Yeah, exactly.
This shit look like a fucking $1,000 million production.
So it's 3:22.
We get them out of here.
Gotta do the hard close with Mark.
All right, Mark.
That's cool.
We want to thank you for coming to. Oh shit, my bad.
The Soulardians.
Stole your motherfucking
No,
clap.
you're good, man. I appreciate it.
Mark of the motherfucking Q is not actually the motherfucking Q. It's just the Q.
Right.
The Q.
TheQNow.com. TheQNow.com. So check out the shows. I just had on a gentleman by the name of Joe Walsh. Joe is a former Tea Party member. Hardcore pro-Trump back in 2016. Got into an argument with me on Twitter. Told me to F off under somebody else's thread. That thread's since been deleted. This is from years ago. And he switched his allegiance last year sometime. Basically, he got really angry about Trump getting close with Putin. And you can hear more about all of this story and how it goes down on the brand new episode of The Q. But Joe Walsh came on my show to bury the hatchet. And we talked. And it's a really good show.
Did
you guys should check it out. What's that?
Did he get buried?
Yeah, I feel like that the hatchet's been buried for the most part.
Yep.
Like, there's nothing really more beyond it to do. He came on the show. We had a good conversation, and he basically said, hey, listen, I just don't like Trump. That's what it comes down to now. I don't like Trump because I feel like he lies every time he talks.
Big
And
facts.
there's way more to it than that, but check out the show if you get a chance.
TheQNow.com.
There it is. So
All
thank you
right.
so much, guys.
I
And
appreciate you as well.
I will be in touch with you soon to figure
Yes.
out like locations for us to do
Yeah,
this and
yeah.
all this, because Marcus, he's geeking over. He's ready.
I'm just thinking how beautiful it's gonna look and how much shit I can talk on this in the commentary.
I wish I
It's
could
gonna
wear
be
my
great.
old Detroit Pistons jersey, but I can't wear that no more. I'm too old and fat now.
We get you a big one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get a big one. I got an old Isaiah Thomas jersey that I love. I love my old Isaiah Thomas jersey. I can't wear
I
it.
might even
I got a Larry Bird jersey too.
I know you do. I know. Of course, you got a Larry
I might-
Bird jersey.
I might
I
wear a
got that
Jamie
Mitchell and
Foxx.
Ness, baby. Mitchell and Ness, baby.
I might wear an old Jamie Foxx Willie Beeman jersey.
Oh!
Any given Sunday,
Okay.
bitches. I love that movie though. It's a fantastic
God,
movie.
it's great.
It's really good acting. Just really good acting.
Dude,
Top
they
to
had so
bottom.
many stars. Aaron Eckhart is in it.
Oh,
LT.
LT.
Sure.
Al Pacino.
You know.
You remember The Program, the movie The Program? Ugh.
Yeah.
I like The Program. I
I
thought
did
it was
too.
good. I
Yeah,
thought
and
it
then
was really
I mean, you got Jamie Foxx. You got.
good. Is it really a bad football movie? I don't know if I've ever
no.
seen a bad football movie where football was the main focus.
I mean, the program was not great.
I think it was just trying to be edgy at the time. It's the early '90s, so like,
Yeah, it was
but
still
for
figuring
that
it out.
time
Do
period
you guys remember when they had to take a scene out?
of The Program? Oh, the
Yeah.
guy that
They're
was
laying on the road trying to keep their
Lattimore?
edge.
Yeah.
No. They were all laying on the
Oh,
on
that's
the
right.
street.
The street with the cars driving by.
Yeah,
because
because some high school team did that, and
Mm.
one of them ended up dying, and they had to take it out. Yeah,
That's right. I forgot about that. That was a big deal.
yeah.
That was a big
fascinating.
deal. I don't know. Okay, last thing before I go.
Like, Mark, you wanted the hard out. You keep pushing this motherfucking hard.
Well, it's 3:25. I've
Okay.
got 5 minutes. Okay, calm down. Calm down there. Okay, it's your show. Just calm down on your show. Okay. So,
This is great.
Jesus Christ. All right. So, people who decide to commit suicide by laying on train tracks, I don't know how you even come to that point in your mind that
Right.
this is the way you want to go. Like, I don't understand it because I feel like that is just the worst way that and drowning, just the worst way you could just go. You know what I'm saying? But there are people that do it on purpose. And I'm like, craziness. Craziness.
Insane.
By the way, you're the documentary guy. You've been watching the documentary, the Gabriel Fernandez story, the trials of Gabriel Fernandez.
I've heard about it.
Oh, you got to watch it, man.
I don't need that kind of energy in my life.
No, bro.
I've heard about
I got
it.
angry on that one, man. That's one.
can't.
It's one of them emotional ones. It'll pull you.
Yeah, I can't.
It'll pull you,
I
bro.
can't.
It'll pull you.
I've heard about it. I just can't go down the road.
This is like defecating in the shower. It'll
Yeah.
pull you, bro.
Yeah.
It'll pull you, bro.
Yeah, it's too much. I say I can't.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
It's too much.
But it was a really good documentary. I thought it was very.
I keep
very
seeing
well
on my
done.
fucking timeline.
McMillions is fantastic.
I heard.
By the way, yes, it is.
McMillions is
Mhm.
great. They
Mhm.
just did the last episode, and I just watched it. Worth every second. Please watch it.
My recommendation would be the Malcolm X documentary on Netflix.
Everybody knows about Malcolm X, though.
But no, but you have the details. Like I know all my Malcolm X shit, but the way he detailed who did it and why, and the community that kept him safe as
so
he did it.
what we're trying to say here is that white people didn't like black people, and a white guy shot him.
No,
All right.
it was our own that shot us. It wasn't even them.
I
Yeah.
was your own. You shot your guy.
Yeah. All right, Mark, you
Fair
know out
enough.
here.
I got to get out of here.
Gotta get out of here. I am Marcus Onesimus Boston,
And I am Cecil W. Adams.
and that's Mark Bland. I gotta finish off my quote. Maybe forget my quote. If the kingdom of God is in you, everywhere you go, leave a little bit of heaven behind. For those in the back, if the kingdom of God is in you, then everywhere you go, leave a little bit of heaven behind. And that's it. Shit, we out of here, y'all.
I'm leaving some heaven behind as we speak.
Absolutely.
Peace.
This podcast was a presentation of lightupmedia.fm.